I avoid people who are shooting at me.
Yes, you do. I know that
if I
about you.
can, if
That's
I
your
think
thing,
it's
isn't
possible.
it?
Yes, I mean, to the extent that I literally just don't go to gun ranges.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 totally British TV moments.
You're quite emotional by that.
Well, it's just, it's been such a tough year for so many people, and
A bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
All right, boom. The streets of England. That's what I'm trying to say to you, yeah? No one T-shirt business.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at those times across live broadcasts and shows that displayed quintessential Britishness at its finest, no matter how cringy. Did these moments stiffen your pinkies, or could you not care less? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Swing and Miss. Probably a moment that Jeremy Corbyn wishes he could erase, but will likely live on forever online as one of the most unfortunate and memeable moments in British politics. Amidst the 2017 general election, old Corbyn seems to be having a great time of it, even going as far as to try and land a high five with Emily Thornberry. Turns out he was just a bit too quick on the draw, leading to him, well, grabbing something that he shouldn't. She may not have been looking, but the camera sure were. Number 9, Happy Place. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
Now turn it to the left to 30. 30. Anti-clockwise.
We all have those times where we need to centre ourselves, stop us from going over the edge. In the case of Radio 1 DJ Jordan North, he had to retreat to his happy place during the dreaded Bush Tucker trial, where he had to try and work out a series of codes while gradually getting snakes poured all over him.
Happy place, Turf Moor.
Anyone would panic in such a situation, though we doubt many would consider Turf Moor to be their happy place. I guess it's a win for Burnley FC.
Happy place.
3 minutes gone.
Number 8, Micro what? Nigella's Cook, Eat, Repeat. If Nigella is involved, then you know where this is going.
And a really good grinding of pepper.
You can always count on one of British TV's most sensual cooks to deliver some tantalising linguistics whenever the mood strikes her. Though, to be fair, this one is a tad more on the confusing side of things.
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
We're not sure if she's trying to sound exotic while retaining her usual accent, but the way she pronounces microwave comes across as bizarre, yet still something only she could get away with.
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
Wonder how she pronounces barbecue. Number 7, David loses it. Would I lie to you?
This is the sweatshirt that my wife and I put on together when we are cozying up on a chilly evening.
Anything featuring David Mitchell is automatically one of the most British things out there, full stop. All the better if he's in the middle of some kind of breakdown. Admittedly, watching Rob Brydon having to justify the existence of something as insane as the cuddle jumper was funny enough, but when he pulls poor Nick Hewer into the mix, hilarity ensues.
Quite nice, actually.
All spearheaded by David Mitchell, whose shrieks of laughter affirm why he's our spirit animal. Seriously, we could listen to that laugh on loop.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything.
Number 6, That Hat. This morning. When it comes to hilarity on daytime TV, chances are Holly and Phil are going to be involved somehow. Though in this instance, they just served as witness to the madness that is Alison Hammond.
Sadly, Beyonce wasn't available, so we've settled for Alison Hammond! Yay!
Keep your distance! Keep your distance, everyone! Keep your distance! Everyone keep your distance! That's what the hat's all about!
The TV personality made a grand return, and this time came equipped with a rather unconventional piece of headgear. Say what you will about how daft she looks, at least she's doing her part to enforce social distancing. Who knows, maybe it'll end up as a fashion trend by the end of the year.
You should really have one out the front, one out the back.
No, because that would be a whole new story.
It would be a helicopter.
I'd want coming out of there.
Number 5, Richard on guns. The last leg. Leave it to Richard Ayoade to eviscerate any person or subject matter with his signature sarcasm.
Richard, what's your opinion on this?
Well, I've always been pro-gun, you know that.
When asked for his thoughts about gun laws and shootings, he informs everyone that he is, and always has been, pro-gun. From there, it's more of Ayoade sticking it to the gun-obsessed masses in the most cynical way possible.
I think adding more guns into a situation is obviously the way to prevent shooting.
The man literally has a quip for everything, to the point where we'd love to see him actually debate actual gun owners. We imagine it would be a different kind of bloodbath.
I think if you don't have a gun in your hand, well, let's not find out what that world would be.
Number 4, Hancock fake cries. Good morning, Britain.
Elsie, I want to play a little clip from William Shakespeare, who's just said his first words. Let's take a listen to this.
Probably one of the most cynical examples of British politicians trying to appear more human, Matt Hancock had already made himself public enemy number 1 with how mishandled efforts were regarding COVID and its vaccines.
I mean, just simple words there, reacting it. You're quite emotional by that.
Well, it's just, it's been such a tough year for so many people, and
given how he came across as mechanical most of the time, perhaps attempting to gain sympathy points by crying on live TV wasn't a good idea on his part. While seeing the first vaccine be administered was a triumphant moment, Hancock's reaction just came across as, well, unnatural. Are we sure he's not one of those littered people?
There's so much work gone into this, and I'm really, it makes you proud to be British.
Number 3, wet what? This morning. A shame that Holly wasn't here for this. You know she wouldn't have been able to handle the reveal of the wet Nelly. After letting slip that his father happens to call marmalade pudding by a rather peculiar name, Phil Vickery's cooking segment comes to a grinding halt.
And there it is. Now, my dad calls it wet Nelly. It's not a euphemism, it's something to do with Nelson, Lord Nelson, apparently. Yeah, all those. Marguerite Patton told me that. Anyway, custard.
He's mad, Grandad Bob.
Why is it called a wet Nelly? Something to do with Lord Nelson? No one really cares, since the name is so out there that Phil and Finn are left in hysterics.
Oh, yeah, it's not a euphemism. It's a reference to Nelson, as in Nelson. There you go. Because he used to have it on his ship, apparently.
Was he wet?
Just eat the damn thing.
The show pretty much falls apart after that.
That's lovely. No, don't try and appease me now.
Number 2, Big Nasty takes over. Good morning, Britain. Petition to have Big Nasty present all weather forecasts from now on.
No one T-shirt business. It's cold Naras down there. See all down there? Blitzkrieg.
In what might be Britain's answer to that one time Andrew WK took over as a weatherman, the rapper unleashes a flood of truth bombs about the incoming snow and how the masses need to prepare themselves, all in the most entertaining way possible.
Edinburgh, peak times. Highlands, a bag of snow.
Granted, the older generations up in Kent might have been disoriented by the whole thing, but for everyone else, it was a much appreciated change of pace. Maybe he should have been the one to give us the rundown on the COVID situation, eh, Hancock?
London, we're dealing with a 7 down here, so it's moderately cool, but please dress appropriately for the weather, and ladies and kids dress warm.
Number 1, Martin Kenyon, CNN. Congrats, CNN, you somehow managed to find the poshest example of an old English gent anywhere in the world.
I said, what's this thing, you're doing the vaccination? They said, yes. And then they spent various times asking me questions about this and that, not very interesting, and I said, yes, no.
With news of the first vaccines being administered in the UK, various news organisations the world over flooded to London to get some coverage.
One of the first people in the world, how do you feel about it?
I don't think I feel about it at all, except that I hope I aren't not going to have the bloody bug now. I don't intend to have it because I've got granddaughters and I want to live a long time.
Since he had been given the vaccine, you'd think Mr. Kenyon would be an ideal interviewee, and he was. But bless him, nobody expected this level of poshness. You can't even poke fun at him because the man is just so bloody charming.
Have you told them? Do they know?
That I've been? No, I'm telling them, going home and tell them now. Nobody knows, you're the first to know.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.